Today topic is functional dependency and attribute closure. What is functional dependency? A functional dependency, A determinant B in a relation which holds two tuples having same value of attribute A and also have same value of attribute B. For example, in a relation student which is given below, functional dependencies are student number determinant student name, student number determinant student phone, but student name determinant student address. So you can see here is a student table which have student number, student name, student phone, student state, student country, and student age attributes. How to find functional dependencies from the student table? Functional dependencies in a relation are dependent on the domain of the relation. Here we can see that student number is unique for each student. So student number determinant student name, student number determinant student phone, student number determinant student state, student number determinant student country, and student number determinant also student age. Similarly, student state determinant student country also. As if two records have same student state, then they will have same student country as well. What is functional dependency set? Functional dependency set of or FD set of a relation is the set of all FDs present in a relation. For example, in student relation shown in table 1, the functional dependency sets are student name, determinant student name, student number, determinant student phone, student number, determinant student state, student number, determinant student country, student number, determinant student age, as well as student state determinant also student country. So these are the functional dependencies of the student relation. Okay. Next, I will show you how to find attribute closure from a functional dependency. Attribute closure of an attribute set can be defined as a set of attribute which can be functionally determined from it. So how to find attribute closure of an attribute set? To find attribute closure of an attribute set, we have to follow some properties or rules. First one, add elements of attribute set to the result set. Next, recursively add element to the result set which can be functionally determined from the elements of the result set. Using FD set of table 1, attribute closure can be determined as student number equals to student number, comma student name, student phone, student state, student country, and student age. So the attribute closure of student number is all of the attribute which student number determinant, as well as student state, attribute closure of student state, and student country, because student state determinant student country. Clear? Another example, suppose a relation which is shown R and its attributes are employee ID, employee name, employee city, employee state. And the FDs are employee ID determinant employee name, employee ID determinant employee city, employee ID determinant employee state, employee city determinant employee state. The attribute closure EID can be calculated as EID, ename, ECT, and EState. Because EID determinant ename, EID also determinant ECT, and EID also determinant EState. Similarly, attribute closure of ename only ename, because ename determinant nothing, and attribute closure of ECT as well as EState, because ECT determinant EState also. Here is another example of attribute closure. A relation R which hold 5 attributes A, B, C, D, E, and their functional dependencies are AB determinant C, B determinant D, C determinant E, and D determinant A. So we find CD attribute closure and BC attribute closure same way as the previous example was given. Next, we find out candidate keys and super keys using attribute closure. If attribute closure of an attribute set contains all attributes of a relation, the attribute set will be super key of the relation. If no subset of the attribute set can functionally determine all attributes of the relation, the set will be candidate key as well. For example, the student table, student number and student name determinant student number, student name, student phone, student state, student country, and student age. So attribute closure of student number and student name consist student number, student name, student phone, student state, student country, and student age. And student number attribute closure consist same as student number, and student name consist student number consists student name, student phone, student state, student country, and student age. Here, student number and student name will be super key, but not candidate key, because its subset student number is equal to all attribute of the relation. So student number will be a candidate key, and student number, student name consist a super key. Here is another example of employee relation which hold 4 attributes: employee ID, employee name, employee city, employee state. Finding candidate key, super keys of a relation using FD set. The set of attributes whose attribute closure is set of all attributes of relation is called super key of the relation. So example, the employee relation which hold employee ID determinant employee name, employee ID determinant employee city, employee ID determinant employee state, and employee city determinant employee state. So we calculate now attribute closure of different set of attributes. First one, we find out attribute closure of employee ID, which hold employee ID, employee name, employee city, and employee state. Next, we find out attribute closure of employee ID and employee name. So it holds employee ID, employee name, employee city, and employee state. Next, we find out attribute closure of employee ID and employee city, which hold employee ID, employee name, employee city, employee state. Similarly, we find out other attribute closure of employee table. We can see that employee ID, attribute closure of employee ID, attribute closure of employee ID and employee name, attribute closure of employee ID, employee city, attribute closure of employee ID, employee state, attribute closure of employee ID, employee city, employee state give set of attributes, set of all attributes of relation employee. So all of these are super key of the relation. So here all of are the super keys: employee ID, employee name, employee ID, employee ID, employee city, employee ID, employee state, employee ID, employee city, employee state, employee name, as well as employee city also are the super key. The minimal set of attributes whose attribute closure is set of all attributes of relation is called candidate key of the relation. We already know that. So as shown above, employee ID is set of all attributes of the relation and it is minimal. So employee ID will be candidate key. On the other hand, employee ID and employee name also is set of all attribute, but it is not minimal because its subset employee ID is equal to set of all attributes. So employee ID, employee name is not candidate key. Here also given another example, a relation R which hold E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N attributes and its functional dependencies are EF determinant G, F determinant IJ, EH determinant KL, K determinant M, and L determinant N on R. What is the key of R? There are 4 options. So first of all, we finding attribute closure of all the given option. So first of all, we find out attribute closure of EF, which hold attributes EF, G, I, J. Next, we find out attribute closure of EF, H, which hold EF, H, G, I, J, K, L, M, N attributes. Similarly, we find out also EF, H, K, L attributes closure and also E attribute closure. The result shown that attribute closure of EFH and attribute closure of EFHKL is consist all set of attributes. But here EFH is minimal. So EFH will be the candidate key and the correct option is B. Consider another example. Relation R A B C D E H on which the following functional dependencies hold: A determinant B, BC determinant D, E determinant C, and D determinant A. What are the candidate key of relation R? Similar way, we find out all the attribute closure of the relation. First of all, we find out attribute closure of AE, which hold attributes A, B, E, C, D, which is not set of all attributes. So A is not a candidate key, hence option A, B are wrong. Okay. Next, we find out attribute closure of AEH, which hold A, B, C, D, E, H attributes. Similarly, we find out BEH attribute closure and BCH attribute closure. Here we can see that BCH is not candidate key. So option C is also wrong. So the correct answer is D because AEH, BEH, and DEH all consist all set of attributes. So correct answer is D. Next, how to check whether an FD can be derived from a given set of FDs. To check whether an FD A determinant B can be derived from an FD set F. To check this, we follow two rules. Find A attribute closure using FD set of F. If B is subset of attribute closure of A, then A determinant B is true, but else is not true. In a schema with attributes A, B, C, D, and E, following set of functional dependencies are given below, where A determinant B, A determinant C, CD determinant E, and B determinant D, and also E determinant A. Which of the following functional dependencies is not implied by the above set? There are four options are given. So we find out all the attribute closure. First of all, we find out attribute closure of CD, which holds C, D, E, A, B, which means CD arrow, CD determinant AC holds. Next, we find out attribute closure of BD, which means BD determinant CD can't hold true. So this FD is not implied in FD set. So option B is the answer. Okay, students, goodbye. See you tomorrow again and stay home, stay safe.